It's gone viral. It's a couple on TikTok who are sharing a few habits now that they're married that they do that has people saying, whew, that is too over the top and you two must not trust each other. So we want to know, do you agree or disagree? You can call us at 800-682-1075 if you agree or disagree with these marriage habits. This newly married couple say that they share their live location with each other 24/7.
Yeah, I think there seems like a lack of trust a little bit.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I think that happens so much now on like certain apps, like Snapchat does it automatically for certain people.
Oh.
I think a lot of people do this now.
Is that the 360 type app too, where you just go to the app and it always shows you where the location you are? That's what you're referring to?
That sounds
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't like being tracked everywhere. Something about that.
I don't like being tracked.
I don't either.
Although I don't know if I am being tracked because I don't know how to find it on my phone. So I might be.
Well, I think on your on your iPhone, you have to actually share with somebody that they can track you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You can do that unless you get that app. Because there's an app, it's called 360 or something, so it's like for the whole family, so you can know where your kids are, where everybody, and it has a little dot of like the car driving on the street of your significant other. Yeah.
Okay. So what if, like, for example, my husband and I obviously are on the same phone plan, so wouldn't we just naturally be sharing?
No, you have to turn it on.
Oh.
If it's the like Find My iPhone app, you'd have to like share your location with somebody.
Because sometimes
Okay.
you do like share location for the next 15 minutes. Like if somebody's, you can like drop a pin or whatever, but sometimes you can just share. It's like easier. Like I can't find you. Like share it for the next 15 minutes, next hour, or I think indefinitely is one.
Got it.
Yeah,
And next to it in parentheses says, I don't trust my spouse.
Yeah,
But
that
Matt,
seems.
you share my iPhone thing where you can find your iPhone. There's at least, I thought on Google, like when my phone was missing, whether it was on or not, I could, as long as I could log into Google with my credentials, it would find the phone immediately.
The
Is
same
it
with,
not-
same with the iPhone.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to have sharing on.
No, I'm saying sharing with someone else. Like I would have to give you, Jason, permission to track me.
Yeah, so that what I'm saying is if you lost your phone.
Yeah, you just sign into the iCloud and it will show where your phone is.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I'm learning all sorts of things.
Now, Matt, because I guess you and Hannah must be sharing your location.
I do. I share my location with my entire family.
Wow.
Ooh, with that. Well, I mean, just in case you go missing, it's
Well,
probably a good thing.
My mom being single now, I want to make sure,
Yeah.
like, if I can't get a hold of her, that I can know potentially where she is.
You just turned this creepy "I don't trust you" thing into something sweet. How is that possible?
Yeah. It's
No, I mean,
how is that possible?
I do
Man,
that
Mr. Matt.
with my mother-in-law because she watches my son, and if I'm on my way to pick him up and she doesn't like answer my text or my phone call right away, I want to know where she's at so I know where to drive to.
Got it.
So I don't drive to her house if she's doing something somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Well, and you did say, which shows that you do trust each other, is that you both have Snapchat. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're married and you both have Snapchat,
Yeah.
you trust each other.
yes.
Like you can see what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And we want your opinions. If there's too much, too little, trust, no trust. Do you do this as a married couple? Let's go real quick. Let's go.
Okay.
Laura, so do you share your location with your husband?
Yeah, I share my location with my husband. He shares his location with me. I also share my location with my mother and vice versa. So there's no mistrust between us at all.
Mm-hmm.
But my husband travels all over the triad all day.
Sure.
And so we have a 10-month-old baby. I just want to make sure my husband's safe. I don't ever go in and creepily look for him
I
or
would.
anything like that. But
That's what I would do if
I do it all day. I'd
Yeah.
be curious, like, where are you?
That's
Yeah.
what I do to
Yeah.
my husband. Hey, let's try to get Ben on the phone and see if I can follow him. See if he'll allow
If
it.
he'll allow it, yes. Yeah. Yeah, get Ben on the phone.
Because seriously, when we're out shopping, I'm like, Ben! Like that in the store. Or I do call him because he travels a lot, and I'll be like, where are you now?
Right.
Where are you now? And he's like, 5 minutes down the road from where I was the last time you called
Katie
me.
wants it to see how many times he's telling her he's working on the golf course.
Yes,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
I got an app for that. I could just log in and see if
Oh,
he
I
has a
do.
tea time.
Really?
Yeah, that I can just
No.
see.
At different.
But not at different places.
Yeah.
Not if
yeah,
he's like in a
but
different city.
We're paying money to play at a certain place, so that's where he's playing.
You don't think he plays
when
other
he's
places?
away.
He might go to the driving range when he stays in Asheville or something,
Okay.
which he's done before.
Right.
But he's been pretty open and honest about that one. I don't
No,
care about that
he
one.
seems to be.
Whatever.
Yeah, 'cause
but if he's playing other places and paying for that, and we're paying money to play at a certain,
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I bet
probably,
he is.
Yeah.
probably.
He's a baller. It's big. It's Ben pimping. You know that. Ashley,
It's true.
do you do the sharing with your husband, the location sharing?
I do. I also share with my whole entire family and my in-laws. It's just a closeness thing, I guess, more than like a mistrust. My mom and my mother-in-law will both watch my baby, so it was the same thing like Matt said. If they're always out and about, so it's easier just to like look and see where they are rather than they never answer their phone. Same with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got you. Thank you.
about so it's easier just to like look and see where they are.
Caitlin, turn your phone down. Caitlin, turn your phone down. Okay. So, do you do the sharing of the iPhone or your phone? Caitlin. Oh, we lost her.
Oh, no.
She was saying something about like her husband won't do it. He said no thanks. Kirby, what do you think about it? Do you share your location with your spouse?
So I don't, but I wouldn't have a problem with it just for safety reasons. I mean, I fully trust him. He fully trusts me. And so if he were to say, hey, let's share a location, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're like, I'm not doing anything, but like feeling like you're tracked all the time.
Yeah, I don't like
odd.
that.
I
Yeah.
would just forget.
Plus,
And then there's going to be the question of did you leave the gym yet or not? I see your car still at the gym. All that type of
Right.
thing. Like, well,
Oh.
I'm walking to leaving. All that stuff.
Like, are you on your way home? You're like, and like most guys, yeah, and you haven't left yet.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
So, you're so
so
at the
that would
restaurant.
get
Yeah.
you. You'd be in big trouble on
Yeah,
that one.
I do that all the time. On the way,
Yeah.
like as I'm still sitting in my house.
Uh-huh,
On
uh-huh.
the way.
Yep.
All right. Let's go to Chris. Do you share your location with your wife?
Absolutely. I think you guys think that everyone just sits on this app and watches exactly where they go. The other caller said that her husband travels for work, and my wife travels for work quite a bit. And I can't tell you how many times she's broken down and not been able to give me the directions on where she's at, and I've had to
Oh.
find my own to go get her. But
broken
Yeah.
down? How many times has she broken down?
Crap. Well, when you travel a bunch, lots of things can happen to your car.
Breaking down all the time?
yeah, she had a flat tire. Her oil got low one time, so she freaked out because her check engine light came on. And then another time she actually just broke down. So, I mean, little things like that can happen. But I think you guys are just assuming that people sit on this app all day and creep on their significant others, and that's just not the case.
Well, you have
Yeah.
no way of knowing that.
I think, though, that it's coming from a
Trust.
place of where people, like we certainly spend a lot of time on social media.
Right.
Where you just sit in one place, you will be like, well, why don't I just check that out right now?
Right. Exactly.
mhm.
And it's not just we; it's the entire world.
It seems.
Is addicted to social media.
Yeah.
I mean, every study shows it. Caitlin is back.
Oh, good.
Does your husband? He
Hi.
won't let you track him.
No, it's not about that. Like, he just does not like to be tracked, like, at all. He's like, I don't know, want people to know where I am at all times and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, I let that one go a long time ago. That ship sailed a while ago.
Well,
But,
you
Yeah.
can turn
My
it off and
parents
on after
have
the strip
to-
club.
yeah, no, like, he's, like, go to work, come home. Like, I literally worry about him zero. Like, my husband is a very go to work, come home, that's it kind of guy. But he
How-
just doesn't want to be tracked. But
How awful
Go ahead,
would it
sorry.
be if you were at the strip club and then you got the alert saying,
Oh, my God.
where are you? That would just ruin it.
It
That
would-
would
Yeah.
ruin the good time.
Would
I mean, like, I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Was
my
it delay or
parents
something?
though, however, like we have a group like that where we chat in every day. It's like a family group chat, but they also my mom, my dad, my sister, everybody knows my location all the time, vice versa also. But it's just wild because I'll turn it off occasionally, like if I want to go do something. Not that I'm doing anything bad, I just don't necessarily want people to know where I am at that
Mhm.
point. And they'll be like, why'd you turn your location off? What are you doing? Are you doing something bad? Where are you? What are
Right.
you doing? I'm
Okay,
like, dude, I'm
that's weird.
31. Like,
Yeah,
like I'm 31. I can do what I want to do by myself. Like,
that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's like you're
So-
being monitored.
Well, if it alerts you every time it's turned on and off.
Right, 'cause I think it says stop sharing location.
Yeah.
Then is resharing location. I think I think it does notify you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like sharing my activity on my iWatch.
Uh-huh.
And there have been several of my friends who have asked me if we can share. I don't want to.
Because you don't
No.
want to show how far you've ran or how.
or not.
or the
how
second-
far I've.
How much you're not doing?
You're right. I just, no thanks.
Like, Katie, are you alive? You
I
said you haven't
don't.
moved in 7 hours, which would be the same for me. All right, let's do this. Let's go to April. There's a couple sharing some of the things they do in their relationship. Some people say they're red flags.
And this is just the first one,
Right.
sharing locations. They have other ones that people are saying are way over the top.
So, yeah, and one is sharing their location on
Mm-hmm.
their phone. Do you do that?
So I share with my husband and my kids
for safety, obviously for my kids. But to the guy that says they don't creep on the phone, my daughter does. She will text me and say, I know you're not at Starbucks without me. I know you're not at so-and-so without me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's human nature. Like if our show shared our locations with each other,
Oh,
that's all I do
God.
all day. I'm like, what's Katie doing?
well, yeah,
What's Squid
of
doing?
course.
What's Jason? And even if you're just sitting at your house, I'm like, you're still at their house?
Yeah.
I
You know what
admire
I'm
the fact that you have that much free time to do that.
It's not.
That's true. He does update his social media
Yeah.
nonstop, so you know.
Yeah.
Says
he
the guy
would.
that's on 12 fantasy football teams. Like we
Is
all
he?
have, we have time to do the things that we enjoy.
That,
Yeah.
that we want to
Yeah, but when
do.
we're all here together, when we're on the shows, when I check my
how
fantasy
much time
stuff.
is it to go click and say where someone's at? It takes 1 second.
I would. The only time I don't think I would like it is if my husband saw how many times we all went to lunch together.
Really?
Do you know-
Why?
because he's like, again,
Yeah.
like money
You don't wanna hear-
again. You know,
Right.
it's like
I don't think we go that often, especially with you.
well, maybe
But
just me
Katie
going to
also
lunch.
goes to lunch with
Oh.
others.
Yeah, with-
Well,
Other
if I
people.
was
Invited.
Ben, I would be like, oh gosh, I know the amount of Katie's lunch usually is probably
yeah.
$50 a pop.
Yes.
That was
Right.
the most expensive lunch I've ever had with Katie. Hey, try this and this. I'm like, okay, I get it back. It's $50.
Excuse me. First of all, it was not 50.
It was close.
Exaggerator.
It was close.
And second
It's
of
like
all,
35.
who has been ordering the most expensive lunches lately? You.
I have.
Yes. We went to
Bibi Bop?
Yeah. What?
The Bibi Bop thing?
No,
Bibi-
that's one place
Bibi
we've
Bop.
been. You also spend money
When?
on lunches
Jason
too.
and Katie are the only people, even Matt and me, who are of size.
Mhm.
I've never seen so many people order, like for lunch, appetizers for themselves.
Yes, because
Like,
we
I'll
want
have this.
Why do I order
variety.
appetizers? Usually I'm cheap when I don't order a drink because I know that's going to cost
Well, 'cause you-
$2.50. And I usually don't order an appetizer.
We just
Usually.
need to
That
start
one place I did.
sharing. Is what we need to
Well,
do.
then I don't have enough to eat.
No, but we can get more.
I like when we do stuff
see?
together and we see them do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't do that.
I don't do that.
No, typically I never order appetizers. Never.
I'm like, I'll try that. Or you'll order 2
I
lunches.
do.
And I'm like, wow,
If I have
impressive.
a coupon, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason's favorite thing is asking you what you're planning to order and asking if you want to split so that he can
I
have
do
double.
like
I do
that.
like
So
that.
from
Yeah.
now on, just ask me. I'll
I
split
like
and then
that.
I'll get my
'Cause
own.
every time somebody orders something, everywhere I go, no matter what it is, I always say, oh,
I
I wish
want
I got
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I got that.
That looks way better.
It was a
It's
great
true.
skit.
Well, there are other things that this couple, they're newly married on TikTok, and they are truly dividing the internet. People saying, this is over the top. You do not trust each other. Okay, so we already talked about they share their live location with each other 24/7. They also say they do not hang with the opposite gender alone. It is off limits.
I think it's a good idea.
I like that.
This one is like, okay, we have to define what it is because
I mean, if
if
they're
you
ugly,
were
Well, look
I
at
think
what
it's
happened.
okay.
no. That's not it.
Fine. Yeah.
That's not
Like, if
it.
Katie's hanging out with me, I don't think I'm ugly, but not great. And I think like her husband Ben's not like, ooh, I'm worried.
We're
Right.
coworkers,
But if-
though.
Right.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
where a lot of affairs happen.
No, I know, but I'm saying like sometimes you and I have to go to things.
I know,
By,
I
but the
know.
two of us, so
But if
we
there
don't
was
have
like
a
a
choice.
Jason Momoa that worked here, I think your husband would be like, oh.
Yeah, but if we work together and we
I know, you
have
have to. I know,
you
I know,
have to.
I know.
mean, I know for a fact that there are attractive women in the dental field. I know it, and
Oh, yeah,
sometimes
lots.
you have to travel together. You have to go. That's
There's
like
definitely flirting going on there.
probably. I don't want
You
to know
have to
about
get a
it.
room
Really?
together. You
No.
have
Sleep in the same
I
bed
don't
to
like
save
to
money.
think about it. I don't like to think about it. But I also would never stand in the way of his career either and be like, because my insecurity. Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
you
like
you
that.
can't. You can't.
But let's say outside of that, outside of the things you have to do.
Then
just
I would
like-
think it's weird.
Yeah, I think
If it's be like, oh, I don't know, because then I did have a lot of guy friends, and you all alerted me to the fact
That they were trying to get with you.
But I wasn't trying to get with them. It
No,
was
I
never
know.
going to happen.
Yes,
I
but
know,
it's
but
the
they are.
opposite.
Ever. But so what?
So in a moment of weakness, if you were single, in a moment of, well, then that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But in a
I
moment
never
of,
would have ever.
And they're like, "Oh, Katie, I made this mix CD for you 14
No.
years ago. You didn't know I liked you."
No, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I want to go do whatever. No, I would not.
All right.
So if one person's in the friend zone, it ain't happening.
Right.
So I don't know. This one's weird to me. It's like you just.
I think there's exceptions to any rule. I
Yeah.
think as a rule is probably not the smartest thing.
I also don't think a lot of people do. Like we talk all the time about how married couples, they're either hanging with themselves or they're hanging in a group.
with other men. Yeah,
It
yeah.
just doesn't. I don't think that this is as big of an issue as they're making it out
yeah,
to be.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you know very many married people who go and hang out with members of the opposite sex
Yeah.
alone all the time?
When they're having affairs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so
I don't know
something's
anybody
already
that does that.
happening.
I don't know anybody that does that though.
Except for Tom Brady and Giselle.
Yeah.
Think about
They
that, the
are
jujitsu thing.
Divorced.
Right,
Yeah.
but they were hanging out. Apparently, she did some kind of video with him before.
Is that not work?
Huh?
Is that not work?
No, that's play.
I don't know.
You're ridiculous. You're
Jared,
so jaded.
Jiu-jitsu's on the floor, too.
Do you
a
believe,
lot of
do you
grappling.
believe that something probably went on?
Yes, it's like right away. Interesting.
I don't.
Interested.
All
Maybe
right.
they were innocent the whole time, but they kept it at bay. That does happen.
Mhm.
You're like, oh my.
Is this being based off of a picture that Jason made up yesterday?
No, not
He
the holding
dreamed.
hands thing.
Dreamed
No,
a
but they-
photo and then we
Didn't
got
he
into an
dreamed it?
argument that doesn't even exist.
It's all over the place. It talks about Giselle with her new man. I mean, it's not just me on
It's not her
island.
new man. She went with a whole group of people to the
right.
to an island.
Can we make a lunch bet that they will at some point confirm
Exactly.
rumors that they're dating or dated?
Yes.
or dated already?
Yes.
I don't think they've dated already.
But I'm saying at some point they'll say, let's say they don't make, but they'll, you know, like a year from now, say, oh yeah, we dated briefly for like a month.
It has to be one or the other. That they're going to date
But
or
you know
they
what I'm
dated.
what I'm saying is they might not say it in real time.
Uh-huh.
But
Yes.
it might come out later and they'll say, oh yeah, we dated, but we went our separate ways.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Yes. If
All
it
right,
comes
lunch bet.
out, that they have been physically intimate, because that's what you do when
No,
you're
it's
dating.
or
well, it's
emotionally.
That's what you do when you're dating.
Well,
You
yeah, I get-
become
well,
I hear
physically intimate.
emotional.
I don't know if they're
Emotionally
gonna
can be
say-
worse.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to say that.
Fine, then we'll
That
assume.
dated.
Yes,
okay, we'll
that they
assume.
dated. That at some point within the year, then fine, I'll buy one lunch. I don't know whose
I
it's
said
going
it
to be.
first, me and you.
Okay,
Me
one
and Katie.
lunch.
And I'll do the same. If they don't confirm, we'll
Yeah.
give it a year. If it never, even if it never comes out,
If it never comes out,
within a year.
sure.
All right.
Okay. And then finally, this couple on TikTok, they say that they share all their passwords with each other and they have no secrets. I have no problem with this.
yeah.
As a matter of fact, I keep a log of passwords, and every once in a while, I will send
Passwords of what? Like your phone?
everything. Because
Yeah.
God forbid something happens to me and my husband has to wrap up business. He doesn't know all the sites and all the things that I like, bills and websites that I've joined, and
Well,
he's
God
gonna have to
forbid
shut it
if
down.
Hulu goes offline and we need a password. We can't
Right.
find it to save our life.
Exactly.
We're like, what was it?
Exactly. I have a thing. I keep a whole log in
I
my
can
notes.
barely
and
remember my own passwords.
You should keep
Awful.
a log.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it in
but
your
then
notes.
the log has to have a password because somebody
Well,
can get into the log.
Then your significant other can just know the password to your phone.
Yeah.
Is all. But then if you send it or you update it periodically, then everybody has everything.
Yeah, I don't have a
You
problem
know?
with that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Life, man. I create a new password every day. I swear.
I know, I can't remember anything.
Mm-mm.
I hate it when have you ever had this happen on your iPhone or whatever phone you have? You know, where it saves it for you.
Yep.
And you do the Face ID and you go to do it and then it doesn't work and it says you need to re-enter your password. And you go to save password, it's like the one you didn't save.
Right.
but it worked for your Face ID, and I'm like, I might as well throw my phone away.
I can't remember it.
There's no way to. You remember your last?
You know,
pass-
I noticed one thing. It
hate
doesn't
that.
recognize me sometimes when I first wake up in the morning.
Really?
I look so bad or
Oh.
something. It doesn't recognize me.
Imposter!
I gotta tell you, I had some lip filler recently.
Yeah.
Had to redo my Face
Really?
ID.
That's
it wouldn't
crazy.
work. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wow.